Hey guys, today you're going to get back your Eiffel Tower that we made last time. Okay, hopefully you finished printing it. If you did not finish printing it, you'll have to do that at the end of class. Okay, you got to get your chalk stuff done first today. Then off supply table, you're probably going to want to grab 2 sheets of paper. Doesn't matter the color because you're not actually adding it to your artwork, so just take whatever. The first thing I'm going to do is I am going to take one of those strips. I'm going to tear it the long way. This is actually going to become my ground that I can use. And the other one I'm going to make kind of look like a city. So I'm going to do kind of some of these rectangles. Don't make it too itty bitty. And that one I'm going to cut. So I'm tearing one, cutting one. There we go. Alright, so I would start off with the torn ones first. So this is going to be more like your ground. You're probably going to want to put it lower on the artwork. Okay, the city, you're probably going to want to put a little bit higher up on your artwork. This is going to help kind of create that sense of space in our work. So when we do this, you're going to take some of the chalk at your table. You are going to carefully color right along the edge of your piece of paper. Okay, so right along that torn edge. And I can put this onto my artwork like this. I'm going to take 1 or 2 fingers. I'm going to just slide it from the edge of the paper off onto my artwork like this. And when I go to pick this up, it's going to have a little piece of ground. Okay, I could do it over here. Maybe I'll do this a little bit. I could put another color on here, or I could use that other strip. Remember that we tore it in half, so I ended up with 2. Okay, maybe I want to do some green. Coloring along the edge. I'm putting a little bit of extra chalk on there, so you see I kind of go over it a few times. You want that extra chalk so you can kind of smear it. I'm kind of trying to avoid doing the chalk right on top of my Eiffel Tower. You can kind of see I'm working off to the sides of it, or you can work in the middle part, but I don't really want to put it right smack dab over my Eiffel Tower. I kind of layer it, put some right next to each other, that's fine. Maybe I'll do like one more. I'll do some purple on it. Okay, so I would say that I'm done with the ground part. Now I'm going to do the same thing with my city. Okay, remember this is supposed to kind of look like the top of a city. I'm going to put those up just a little bit higher. So maybe just a couple of those. I'm finding a color. Probably don't want to use the color orange though, because that's the color of my paper, obviously. Adding chalk. Careful that you don't rip this one. Some of those rectangles might accidentally catch and rip. Okay, and I can do that same thing kind of up here. Remember, I'm taking my finger from the edge of my paper and just sliding it off. I'm not using my whole hand when I do this. I could put another one maybe down a little bit lower, so it kind of looks like these overlap just a little bit. All right, that looks pretty good. I can throw away my scraps. I don't need them anymore. I did the ground, which is that torn, bumpy one. I did some of the sky. Next, I can add some little details. Maybe I want to take a yellow piece of chalk. I could just put some little dots where my buildings are. That makes it look like there are lights on. There we go. I could also do some fireworks in the sky. That's something that a lot of people think of when they think of Paris, is fireworks going off by the Eiffel Tower. When I do fireworks, I'm going to start with a little circle in the middle, just like a little dot, and my piece or my chalk is going to kind of curve out like this. Curve out, curve out, curve out. I would probably do a couple colors if you do that. Don't overdo it with your chalk. And I also take one of my fingers and just gently trace it, so maybe a couple of those pieces smear. So maybe I want to add a few fireworks. Don't overdo it. Gently smear just a couple of them. Don't smear it all over the place. I'm just kind of tracing it with my finger once or twice. And maybe I'll do one more firework up here. All right, when you get that far, you've done your ground, you've done your buildings, and you've done your fireworks. You are done for the day. If you haven't finished printing, then you can go back and print. Okay, so let me know if you need help with that. But do your chalk before you finish printing if you don't have that done. When you're done, be sure to clean up after yourself.